everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. The Seahawks. In today's game, we've got two teams who come in with opposite records on the season. It's the Bills going up against the Seahawks.
With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Buffalo Bills and the Seattle Seahawks. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. You know, it's great to be a Pro Bowl quarterback, all-pro wide receiver. Those guys get all the endorsements. But we've seen a lot of guys carve out a great career as a special teams ace.
And it's one of the most important parts of the game. We can talk offense and defense all we want, but the third phase, special teams, that can be the difference between winning and losing. And how about the big play created here? Big-time effort, and that can help his team.
Second straight week, he's forced to fumble. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top. Eight
yards to go here on 2nd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Just a couple. On the ground there, that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They don't want to waste this outstanding field position on this opening drive as they come up on 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. First down and goal. The offense knocking on the door. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays, too. Eyes up, head up, run right through.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the ball is knocked out, and the Seahawks have recovered.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that's scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
Very tough spot here for the offense to start.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On 1st and 10, Quinn. They set up the screen to Rawls. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Now they'll run the option to the short side left. This is Carson. And some space here. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
All right, here we go.
Here's Thomas Rawls with his first carry. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
No. Check. Patriot.
To throw on second down. Quinn. Dancing to his left. Finding room to the 20. And he's brought down. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
That was earning a first down the hard way. You want your quarterback to be a scrapper, but you also want to keep him upright. He paid for that first down by taking a big-time hit.
Back to throw. Quinn. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
On second down, Rawls. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
Throwing on third and long. Quinn. Hard throw, incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity to just want to ride there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
And Forbath will put this one through, and the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. And the first 3 points of the night belong to our home team as they get the field goal on the game's initial drive.
A good solid drive. It didn't wind up in the end zone, but that's okay. You've got something positive on the board, and you got the early lead.
This one taken from the 7. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that, because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
So when you call a corner blitz, what a lot of teams call a cat blitz, you're expected to come after the quarterback. But in this case, he ran into the ball carrier. Really nice technique, because what you do is you come deep as the deepest offensive player, so you can't.
Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Throwing on 1st down. Quinn. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And now running right through it. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going, because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And on 2nd and 10 now. From the shotgun, Peterman. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Michael Bannon in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. 2nd quarter. Third and long. It's Peterman. And that is incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Oh, and he's taken down here by his face mask by the looks of it. And a penalty flag is going to give a much better starting position. On 1st down, Quinn. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
On 3rd down, Quinn. He finds his running back, Rawls. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. And he goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
There are a lot of tough routes to try and cover. When you see a runner come out of the backfield and run this angle route, looks like they're going to the flat, and then they put their foot in the ground and cut back sharply inside, not easily covered, and then when they catch it, good momentum built up by them as well.
And able to pick up the first. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Off play action. Quinn. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. They run with a power back. Rawls. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on 3rd down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it. Stuffed them for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make the first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. On 3rd down, Peterman. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Logan. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. A gain of 8 and a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. Then the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. That one goes for 24 yards. Defensively, they just lost him. He was waving his arms saying, I'm wide open. They found him.
Yeah, and it's so interesting about when a receiver starts to wave his arms because some guys, right off the line of scrimmage, they declare themselves open. You know, those guys throw the one arm up,
right.
Hit me right now. In this case, he was so wide open that he was frantically trying to get his attention to make sure he got the football. And then I'm sure his only thought when the ball was in the air, don't drop it. Had too much time to think.
For the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Two minutes to go here in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
Now Peterman on second down. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Bills' passing game getting him down the field. They've got another first down. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now's a play caller.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Allen Robinson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bills are an extra point away from taking the lead. And, man, Charles, talking about zinging something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. After that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. On the return, the All-Pro 2 years ago, Tyler Lockett. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. Well, the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
They go play action here on first down. And he slings one that's incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. To the air on second down. Quinn drops it underneath for Rawls. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Give him 6 on the play. And all of a sudden here it's third down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Operating from the gun, Quinn. And it'll be intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Here's Peterman. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Over the middle, complete. That's Logan. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On first down, Peterman going right side here, and that's complete. And the timeout comes in with 2 seconds remaining. So they can trot out the field goal unit for the try before we hit the lockers. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And Walsh able to convert it as his kick is good. So, well, Larry, I know it's late there in Orlando. This is a school night. Folks eager to get right back to the action here in the third quarter. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Second down following the run. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Here's Peterman to throw. And Robinson with a big catch. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him, and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Second down, Peterman. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. And they'll run it here. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. The Bills on third down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Peterman. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They start on the ground with Rawls. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Even though positive yardage was gained on that play, I think the defense has to be happy. Obviously, they were prepared for some trick plays coming into the game, and they look very aware that those could happen on any given down.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
I would say that's what you call a whole lot for a little, huh?
When you bust that move out of the bag, you hope for more than 4 yards, but hey, 4 is what he got. Looking to throw. Quinn. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Here we go.
Now a play fake here on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And fortunately, he's able to reel it back in, but it's going to go down as a big loss here on the play. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Detroit! Now let's go!
Looking to throw on second down. Quinn. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I believe a Seahawk was able to get a handle on this, so this will remain Seattle ball.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And now a fumble. The ball's out. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. He had the option there, decided to keep it, exposed himself and fumbled it.
Yeah, and you worry about the hits he's going to take in that situation. In this case, not only does he take the hit, he coughs the ball up, as you noted.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
They run the counter now on first down. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And the offense behind the chains here, a touch on 2nd and 11. They'll go option to the short side. He pitches it. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A good pickup there at 22. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. In the red zone this time. They'll throw on 1st down with Peterman. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead. You've got to protect it. And he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to... Oh, no, he lost the football. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
I'm glad we were paying attention during the rules seminar because we learned the only time you can't advance a fumble like that is in the last 2 minutes of either half.
Right. Other than that, if that ball's out, whether forward or backwards, it's live and free for anybody.
No doubt about it. When you say free, that means he's got free reign to pick it up and go. That's exactly what happened there. Took it in for a touchdown.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. Stays on his feet. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. So you can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you turn it over, it changes momentum. And when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be.
And a loose football. Rawls loses it. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bills use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And he puts it through. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Tyler Lockett now with a return. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it now because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, They've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Yannick Ngakoue in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. I don't care if you're taking it in round 1, you're undrafted, whatever. As a rookie quarterback in this league, you're going to have games where you face adversity like this.
Lessons. All the time you're going.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Bills have recovered. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Now they try the right side here. Bulldozes past him. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Bills use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Flag down. This could set him back. Yeah, this is going to put him back with a not great field position.
So they really got 0 benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
They'll start out here with the option left. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. And that play there, boy, almost looked like it was a video game and he didn't know what the pitch button was. Not very well executed.
Yeah, and if you don't know what it is, you better figure it out fast. I suggest knowing it before you actually run that play.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Give them a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's taken down at the 27th. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a 1st down. A 10th carry for Thomas Rawls. And some room to work. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. So they pick up the 1st down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Oh, a design run for their wideout. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points. To
throw on second down. Quinn. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. And after the sack, he's still down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. And the Seahawks on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 17. A first throw for the backup, Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete. Another wayward pass. Things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is going to be incomplete. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. And a give this time to the tailback. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively, they rally quickly after the broken tackle. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 11.
All right, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And their lead will swell up to 28. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
This is taken at his 4. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say we'll get better as we go forward.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. They go again with Rawls. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is, because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.
So for the Bills, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks,